Coach, a huge weekend last weekend going on at Tech, a game that was really, that weekend was for the championship, and your team really stepped up and won something this program hasn't done in a really long time. How proud were you in that moment, and just going through the, I guess, lead up of that game to being where you are now?
Yeah, extremely proud. Extremely proud. It's been a lot of hard work to get to this point, and I really believe our girls have put in the most work this year. Other than our given day off every week, we've been in the gym. And, you know, our bodies are a little tired, but we've been leaning pretty heavy on our training. And I think that showed defensively this weekend. And I think all season that's where we've been strong and steady, our ball control and defense. And when we're strong in those areas of our game, I think the offense follows. Overall, though, just really excited to be where we are. Like you said, it's been a long time coming, and it's taken a lot of girls coming here and believing in a vision that we had, trusting us, getting behind us when we were at the bottom of the conference. And, you know, some of these girls, these fifth-year seniors, were a part of trying to make the tournament cut. And, you know, this year being able to compete for a conference championship, I'm really proud for them.
Especially you and Julia just had a ton of emotion on your face, and it has to be because you saw where the team was and kind of the doubts, and to be able to really see, especially your seniors, have that moment and you guys celebrate as a team had to be really personal for you.
Really personal. You know, Julia and I, we're a two-man team, and we've been through a lot of highs and a lot of lows. You know, talking about that doubt, you know, you're trying to instill in these girls to believe and to have this same vision and try to achieve the goals that, you know, we want to win. We want to win the conference. But there's no doubt there were years of a lot of doubt and, you know, just wondering if we would ever get there. You know, I always said I wasn't going to continue to coach if I'm not good at it. You know, I want to be the best at whatever I do. And there were times definitely questioned and doubted this process, but I think, you know, getting the right personnel here, and I'm really proud to have Julia by my side. I think she's a great coach. I think she's very knowledgeable, and we're really great friends, but she's a great support system, and I'm really proud for her too.
In your 8 years here, you've always put a premium on defense. This seems like the last 3 to 4 seasons you've actually played well defensively. How difficult has it been to get buy-in with this group to really put that premium on the defensive side of the floor?
For sure. I'll be honest, you know, when we started, I can't tell you, when I started, 7 years ago, the girls would say, we want to watch film. I'm like, we can't pass. Like, we need to be passing balls. You know, we need to be doing more serve receive. We need to do more ball control. Why do we care what the other team's doing? We've got to really hone in on those skills. And I think this team, without a doubt, is on board with understanding the importance of defense. And, I mean, we are doing ball control, defense, serve receive every day in the gym. And I think they are very confident in leaning on that training. We kind of talk about, like, okay, if we're struggling or we're not feeling the most confident, where do we lean? 1 on each other, but 2 on our training. And I believe they're very well trained defensively. I think they're getting a lot of reps, both serve receive and defensively. So I think, you know, when they are feeling vulnerable or they're struggling, they can lean on that, and they have that confidence.
One of the things, too, that kind of take a look at is Logan Wallach, and how she has fought through injuries, much like you did in your collegiate career as well. Speak to the importance of not Logan, just specifically Logan, and what she's been able to do to bring to this program to get to host the OVC tournament.
No doubt. You know, both Logan and Karen, 2 instrumental pieces to getting us to this point. And they're 2 that were here when we were fighting to get in the conference tournament, and now to win a conference championship. I could not be more proud to be standing next to them and see them have that moment, because they came here and believed in something that I believed in when we weren't anywhere near where we are now. And so, you know, the gratitude I have for them, I can't even speak to that volume, but they've been instrumental. I mean, Logan, bless her heart, she's had several shoulder surgeries. She's going to have one more, I think, down the stretch. And we've really had to manage that the last couple years. But what a great kid. What a great kid. She's team first, number one. And she's so loyal as they come. And has pushed through a lot, and honestly, I had told her last year, like, I wanted her to come back this year. Obviously, she's a great player, but I've also been there, as far as injury and coming back, and I told her, like, if enough is enough, like, I support you in your decision because I care about her as a person, and but she wanted to come back, and she's gritted through it, and I couldn't be more proud of her. Karen, same thing. She's probably the toughest kid I know. She's battled a lot this year. She had a severely strained abdomen the majority of the season, which I've had girls out for 6 weeks with that same type of injury, and she never sat. And that's something, the only thing that's going to heal it is rest, along with there's some other things going on and just her body, but toughest kid I know. And, I do think she probably wouldn't want me to hear me say this. I don't think she's as powerful as she's been. Just her body's struggling a little bit to push through, but she's such a smart player. Her IQ of the game is as strong as anybody's. She sees the court exceptionally well. I think Beach has helped that a lot, and she finds ways to be successful.
Speaking of that, how big of an impact has beach volleyball had on your on-court performance indoors? Huge. I mean, we see it every day. There's things we do, and we kind of joke, you're so beachy. Like they do things, they knucks up at the net. We send over on one a lot of times. I know other teams hate it, but it's just the things the girls have learned and they see from beach that transition indoor. It's been phenomenal for our indoor program, and it definitely helps conditioning-wise. It helps the speed, verticals. I've even got a couple freshmen that I can't wait to get a sand season under their belt because what I think it'll do for them next year.
The ability to be able to be in your beach season, taste success, win those championships, that has to have some carryover to the indoor season where the girls know what it takes to win a title, and they've done exactly that.
For sure, I think without question, coming off of the spring, it gave that girls the edge and the mental edge to believe they can do it. And I think that's been the hardest part in the transition since I've been here. We got the talent here, but believing we should win. And we started working with a sports psychologist out of Florida, Amanda Jones. She's been phenomenal. Not really what I had expected of a sports psychologist. I just had never worked with one. It's really helped kind of on that mental edge. But I don't know how to explain it, but just like it kind of was that we were at a point where we got the talent here, but when it got tight, it was kind of like, well, this is what UT Martin does. They don't, we don't finish the big games. We don't win the championships, in volleyball. And so I think last spring turning that corner was instrumental mentally for us coming into the fall and having a goal. I remember when we had a goal to make the tournament. And honestly, I got mad when one of my players said that, which we were just trying to make the tournament. But I was like, no, we want to win the tournament, But it, I think, gave us the ability to believe we should do it and go do it.
What about your depth as a whole? I know you have a couple of stars that you talked about, that you have a tight rotation where you have a lot of girls that can come in, but then also the girls who may not see time on the court are so lively on the bench that I feel like the players probably feed off of that as well. It's just a nice camaraderie amongst the team to really make you a team and not just a collection of individuals.
For sure, and we talk a lot about that because we're all human and it's natural to have those selfish feelings or those frustrations, and talking about how it's so much bigger than you as an individual. And I am so proud of our sideline. And, that's something I take a lot of pride in. I think our girls take a lot of pride in. I tell recruits that all the time. Hands down, our sideline's better than any other in the conference. And I think it makes a difference. I think we're very high energy. I think the energy on the sideline is what gets our girls going on the court and helps them all stay connected. And I believe we do have a lot of depth. I think there's girls on the sideline that aren't really seeing time who would start for these other programs. And I truly believe they don't want to be anywhere else. But I get that's a hard position to be in. You know, everybody wants to be on the court, and I recognize that. And you know, an ideal world, everybody is on the court, but you know, we're all trying to achieve the same goal. And so I think everybody embracing their role to the best of their ability is what's got us to this point.
To be able to win a title, you have to be really good at home. The team has. How much of an advantage is that to be able to host this tournament somewhere that you've won a lot of games at this season?
It's really exciting to be home. Really exciting to be on your home court, and you know, we hope fans show up. We're excited. We want to pack out the field house, and you know, we're going to work on some stuff, get some T-shirts and student tailgate and do some stuff like that. But we couldn't be more excited. I mean, we're on the court that we practice in every day, where we're most comfortable. You know, I will say we've taken the approach, whether it's home court or away, we expect our team to perform the same. But there's no doubt, I mean, you take it back a couple weekends ago with Moorhead, and we had a lot of fans at home. That's an exciting environment to play in, and it can't help but to give you just a little extra boost.